good news about learning shorthand is it will make you more efficient, and the bad news is it might make you impatient. They've done all sorts of studies that show that actually using your hands to physically write produces more creative output. It activates both sides of your brain, and you work in a more creative way than if you're just working in your head or on the computer. And when you combine working physically like that with the challenge of learning a new skill, a new way of writing, that challenge is so good for your brain that it's going to make you want to write more. You're going to want to do it more often. I think another benefit of shorthand in particular is you start thinking in phrases when you're writing. You're not just writing individual words, you can combine "it will be" into one form. So all of these very common phrases become one sort of symbol. You can change that be to a have. It will have. And you can see how much faster it is to write something like that than it is to write out every individual Roman alphabet character. So before, it's just that B and F strung together. I have, you have, we have. So it sort of trains your brain to think of the fastest way to get there. You don't have to write every individual word. You start thinking of how can I connect these into one form? And over time it becomes automatic because so many things we say are turns of phrase. So that they have been can be turned into one strung together cursive form. That they have been. And so it sort of makes longhand writing almost feel painful. Over time you get so bored with it that you would much rather write in shorthand. There might not be. That's a very common set of words that are strung together. There might not be. And you get so used to doing that when you have to go back to writing longhand, I should say. Look how long this takes. There might have been. And you can see how much faster it is to write the individual strokes. And then when they get strung together, it's that fast. And you can see there are hundreds, probably thousands, of phrases that are already pre-made. And you can even put together your own. Even a word like waterfall. So many letters. But then when you write it out in shorthand, it's very fast. Don't go chasing waterfalls. But maybe you should. You can see in the dictionary the way so many words are shortened. The days of the week get faster. Writing months, writing numbers, all sorts of things become a lot faster, and the more you do it, they become second nature and you get faster and faster at it. So my advice is always to just incorporate it into your daily life. You don't need to know everything all at once. Just start and use the words you do know, and the words you don't know, just write longhand, and over time you'll fill it all in and get better and better. But it really changes the way that you want to write. It has that sort of inbuilt level of security where you sort of feel safe journaling and writing whatever you want with absolute abandon because you don't feel like somebody else is going to look at it and read it, or be able to read it. So one of the things that changes in your brain is your sense of freedom with writing. You say what you want and you write more than you would have before. And I personally have found that nobody writes longhand anymore for anybody else. If I'm writing in longhand for someone else to read, it's very rare. Typically, if I'm writing something for other people, it's going to be typed. It's a text, it's an email, things like that. So I'm almost never writing longhand for other people to read anymore. So switching to shorthand is very easy. Because if I'm writing for myself, I just write in shorthand. It's almost become my main form of handwriting these days because it's not for anybody else, it's just for me.